Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4. Illinois prosecutors have now charged a young man in the deaths of 7 people at a 4th of July parade. Police say they got a confession and were told many more charges could come. Kimberly Gill in the newsroom. And Kim, this investigation is still ongoing.
It is. That's right, Karen. Good afternoon to you. Prosecutors are still asking witnesses to come forward as well. Plus, if anybody was taking video at the 4th of July parade, they want to see it just in case it captured images of the suspect. Robert Cremo III is allegedly charged with killing 7 people, but detectives are gathering even more evidence for more charges. Police have released this booking photo taken after Cremo was charged. So unlike Michigan, Illinois doesn't allow cameras in the courtroom. The suspect made his appearance via video. He showed little emotion and told the judge he did not have an attorney. So going forward, he will have a public defender. Police say Cremo confessed to firing a hail of bullets onto the parade in Highland Park, Illinois. They say he then started driving to Madison, Wisconsin, where he considered launching another shooting, but turned back to Illinois, where he was arrested Monday night. Police say a motive is still unclear, but they may have some idea on the timing of the attack, while prosecutors describe the circumstances of the reported confession. Listen.
His statement was voluntary. He was questioned in the Highland Park Police Department. He was read his Miranda warnings, offered attorneys, etc. He went into details about what he had done. He admitted to what he had done.
His motivation isn't necessarily clear. I don't want to go specifically into what he told investigators. However, he had some type of affinity towards the number 4 and 7, and inverse was 7-4.
Prosecutors say he could face charges for every person he fired upon. Police say he fired about 70 rounds and about 30 people were injured. That could add up to dozens of attempted murder charges. Cremo is being held without bond. So Karen will have much more on the case against him when you join us for Local 4 News at 5. For now, though, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Kim.
Sure.
Detroit police are investigating a 3-car accident that turned into a deadly shooting. One man is under arrest. Happened in the area of Outer Drive in Greenfield when 3 vehicles were in a chain reaction crash. Police say the people in a Dodge Challenger tried to leave the scene. Well, a witness tried to convince them to stay, but then someone fired a gun, causing a fatal injury. Before he died, police say that witness fired back. Another man was injured and taken to the hospital, but is under arrest. There's a lot to sort through here in this case. We will update you when you join us tonight at 5. We're just weeks away from Michigan's primary election, and 4 Republican candidates for governor will face off in a debate tonight. Those invited include Tudor Dixon, Ryan Kelly, Kevin Rinke, and Garrett Saldano. To qualify for this debate, candidates need to be on the ballot and polling above 5%. Right now, Farmington Hills pastor Ralph Reband is polling too low, so he will not be sharing the stage. You can watch the debate tonight on clickondetroit.com. We'll also be streaming on Local 4 Plus. That starts at 7 p.m. and we'll have highlights tonight at 11. Legendary guitarist Carlos Santana is doing better today, and videos like this from Pine Knob have gone viral in the past 18 hours. If you haven't heard, Santana collapsed on stage in Clarkston about 10 o'clock last night. Many fans were recording, and videos quickly started popping up online. He was rushed to the hospital but didn't have to stay. His next show is in Pennsylvania. That has been postponed. Overnight, Santana posted a message on Facebook saying, in part, to one and all, thank you for your precious prayers. Forgot to eat and drink water, so I dehydrated and passed out. Blessings and miracles to you all. Tonight at 5, one concert goer talks to us about that show, including what Santana told the crowd just about 15 minutes before he passed out. All right, we know it was really hot last night, and since then we've seen some rain. Things have cooled down a little bit. Meteorologist Brett Collar takes a look at where things stand for us now. Brett.
Well, we still have the humidity around, and that's still a little bit of an issue, so it feels heavy out there, even though the temperature is down. So try to stay hydrated if you're going to be out this evening. A lot of clouds, but every so often we get a few breaks here and there. Still, though, setting the stage for more rain as we finish up the work week before what should be a nice weekend. Lots of 70s, but notice that bottom number. That's the humidity. It is still relatively high, and it will stay high through tomorrow. A few peaks of sunshine for some of us. How about the north zone seeing more sun than else here in southeast Michigan. The rain has been pushed to our south. It's going to stay there likely for the next 24 to 36 hours before we see some more rain for your Friday. But this evening, just a few breaks as we fall into the 60s. We'll dive further into the timing of that rain coming up in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Brett. Now, we know many of you have faced travel troubles in the past few months, delays, cancellations, higher prices. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester is in the middle of a Help Me Hank travel test right now. So he started early this morning at Metro Airport. He is live now from Orlando International Airport. A little bit to talk about his plans, what he encountered, and was it smooth sailing? Hank.
Hey, Karen, how you doing? Good afternoon, everybody. Let me give you a live look here at the Orlando airport. It was really busy just a few hours ago, but it's cleared out. Here's the good news and the headlines out of Orlando. No cancellations, no delays here, and Delta services a lot of flights. But in Detroit this morning, it was a different story. There were a number of delays and cancellations out of the North Terminal, but our flight, it was smooth sailing. Take a look. All right, here at the kiosk right now, our flight's still on time from Detroit to Orlando. We're supposed to take off at 8:35. Come along with us. Not much of a wait here for security. Detroit to Orlando. Why Orlando? Did you know it's one of the most popular stops from DTW? And recently there have been many delays and cancellations. Made it through security, no problems at all. Got my morning coffee. Our flight to Orlando, it's still good. No cancellations or delays, so let's make our way to the gate. We got there early, really early, and while some Spirit, American, and United flights were canceled this morning, there were few issues inside the McNamara terminal. Travelers telling me they arrived early intentionally, had flexible travel plans, and almost everyone I spoke with bought travel insurance.
We wanted to get here early. We thought there's a chance, with all the weather and everything we've seen, that there's a chance we could get delayed, so the good arriving early is important.
Touchdown in Orlando, almost right on time. Yeah, no issues or delays for our particular flight. And again, the board here at the central hub in the airport, all of the flights coming into Orlando have been pretty much on time, and there aren't many delays leaving Orlando, which is good because, as you know, Orlando is a very popular destination. We have much more, though, on this journey and this story. Tonight at 5 o'clock, we're going to be back here live, sharing the entire travel experience throughout the day. We've talked with a lot of different travelers who have a lot of different stories to share. And then tonight at 6 o'clock, the top flight cancellations. If you're flying from Detroit, what cities have the most problems right now with those cancellations or delays? We are breaking down all the numbers for you, but we'll see you back here live tonight at 5 o'clock. For now, Karen, we're live in Orlando. Hank Winchester, Help Me Hank, back to you.
Hey, Hank, you did say you're talking with some travelers. Was there anything major that they ran across or a huge problem today?
Karen, not today, but we met people this morning at Metro who had flights that were canceled yesterday coming here to Orlando. Some people stayed at the airport hotel. They were from the Lansing area. Really what it comes down to is people right now just have to be flexible. You have to deal with it, and it can be a headache for a lot of people right now, especially those with tighter schedules. But that was really the main story with people today, is that they knew that they had to be patient, get there early, and be flexible if possible.
All right.
We'll see you at 5 o'clock.
Sounds good. We'll see you at 5. Thanks, Hank.